Hello again, guys. It's your boy Vexed again. We are back with the League 3 drivers from the Ultimate Racing League Super Touring Series, or Championship, whichever you wish to call it. This is race 2. You should know the format by now. This is a reverse grid based on the previous race results. The top 5, or the front 5 finishers, will be starting on the hard tyres. Looks like some other people probably starting on them as well. So we'll have a rundown through the grid and then we'll get into the race. So we've got Big E is starting up on pole. We've got Stealth in second place. Palmer is in third place. We've got Boy Boosted fourth. Graham is in fifth. Potsy sixth. Firepower is seventh. Smith is in eighth. Smoky Tom ninth. Toten 10th. Brody 11th. Albert 12th. And somehow Max is down in 13th. So I'm not sure why he is starting at the back of the grid. But there he is. Without further ado, we shall get into it. The lights go out, they're off. It looks like Boosted actually getting a really good start in the background there. He's come out alongside, I think that was Stealth, wasn't he? Yeah, Stealth dropping down to fourth place. Biggie, he's still got the race lead at the moment, but Palmer's trying to pressure him now. Boosted as well. Boosted trying to go up the inside of Palmer, coming into turn 1. I think there's going to be shenanigans. I think there's all sorts of cars and shenanigans going off in the background there. It's well and truly going to be a safety car. Biggie is still driving off though. I think he's going to have to slow down, isn't he? Yeah, I think he's got the message now. He's got the memo. He's slowing down to let the rest of the pack catch up to him. It looked like Toten really did well out of that there, didn't he? He's moved all the way up from the back of the grid. He's up to second place. Actually starting on the mediums though, curiously. I thought the front 5 had to start on hards, but I might be wrong. Smith is currently in third place. Brody is in fourth. We've got Firepower there in fifth. Smoky Tom, his teammate behind him, trying to get some heat into them tyres. He's in sixth. We got Potsy in seventh. Graham is eighth. Boosted is ninth. Albert is sat in 10th. Max is sat in 11th. Palmer is 12th. And Stealth all the way down to 13th. So unlucky there for Stealth. So I'm not entirely sure what happened there. There was definitely some shenanigans into turn 1. I think this is this the race resuming? So it looks like Biggie actually, yeah, I think the race is underway again. I think it's green flag conditions. Is it? Yeah, it is. So we've got moves being made in the background. Smith's trying to go around the outside of Toten. Look like Toten. Oh, no. So it is. Yeah, I think it is still. Is this still a safety car? Oh, cars going off in the background again. There's another 2 cars off. I'm not sure it's going to be another safety car. It doesn't look like it is. So Biggie still currently first place. Toten trying to chase him down in second. Biggie is on the hard compound. Toten is on the medium, so you would expect him to get that move done easily. Smith is in third place, but he's being challenged now by Brody. Brody was trying to go up the inside. He was trying to go around the outside, and then Smith moved over. He's had to go back up the inside. They're coming into turn 1 now. Brody does get it done easily. He's harder on the brakes, later on the brakes. It looked like a bit of a concertina there behind him as well, with Smoky Tom and Smith. Smoky Tom having a back out. Oh, Smith actually, he got a boost, didn't he? He's moved up to third place. He's trying to put Biggie under some pressure now. Palmer's trying to put him under some pressure. He's going to have the inside for this one, is Palmer. Brody, sorry. I keep getting my names mixed up on my days. I'm sorry, Brody. Brody, he's taking that position away from Smith. Smith is in trouble. He's looking like he's at risk of losing that position to Smokey. He's gone onto the grass. He is going to lose that position. Smokey going through easily. Firepower as well. Firepower's crept right up onto the back of Smith now. He couldn't get past him in the first race, could he? Maybe he will do this time. Both on the hard compound. So shenanigans are plenty in this race. Firepower has looked quite fast tonight, hasn't he? As has his teammate, who is currently in 4th place. Alba's up to 7th. I thought we'd see him make some moves from the back. He's managed to make up a few places already. He's up to 7th. We'll check back in with him in a minute and check back in with him in a minute and see what's going on with him. As we got Graham trying to get a move done on Potsy now. Potsy actually picking up a 0.5 second penalty. I think that was for track limits coming through the bus stop there. He's lost that position to Graham, and it's looking like he might lose another one to Boy Boosted as he serves that penalty. We've seen how fast that Corvette is. Boosted is being hounded by Palmer though. And he actually gets that move done on Potsy and Palmer. He's moved up to 11th place. In fact, no, it was just Potsy that he got the move done on, wasn't it? Palmer was behind Boosted. But yeah, Boosted up to 9th again. Maybe getting them hards switched on a bit quicker than he did his tyres in the first race. Potsy 10th. He's trying to go back past Boosted, but sticking with him for a minute. He's looking quite strong this time round though, is Potsy. Maybe them hards are working for him better as well. I think maybe some of the lads are enjoying the hards a bit more possibly than some of the other compounds. Palmer is currently 10th, Stealth is 12th, and Max has dropped quite some way off the field now. Currently 13th. This happened to him last week as well, didn't it? Not sure what's going on with Max. Maybe we need to give him some little bit of coaching, like, bless him. He's a good lad, this Max. Oh, we've had another incident, and we've had a disconnect. Potsy and Palmer maybe having to come together there. Palmer has, I think he's left the track. Max has actually managed to pass his teammate Potsy now, so the two Mercedes are running right at the back of the field currently. So we are down to 12 drivers. Toten currently in the race lead. What happened to Big E? Big E was up there, wasn't he? Big E's dropped all the way out of the top 8, it seems. So Toten looking like he wants to try and run away with this one. He's going to try and extend that gap even more. He's got the current fastest lap of 1:55.9. I do expect that to come down again though. I think we saw Broadley with a 53, was it? I think it was a 53.95, wasn't it? I think. Probably on the soft though, so they're going to be slower, obviously, on the harder compound. But Broadley currently 2nd. Being chased down by Tom in 3rd. That's great racing here this evening from Tom. He was in 4th, wasn't he? So he's made up a place. He's managed to get past Smith, I think. Smith dropping down to 4th now. Oh no, because Biggie was there, wasn't he? Biggie was up with Toten, and he's dropped all the way down the field now. So Alba managing to take another 2 positions. He's moved up to 5th place. Trying to chase Smith down. He's got a little bit of work to do though, hasn't he, to get onto the back of Smith currently, but he's obviously proven that he's been a bit of a force to reckon with in race 1, and he's managed to make his way up to 5th currently, so watch this space. Graham's currently 6th. Managing to get past Firepower. Firepower was a little bit further up the order, wasn't he? But he's still there though. He's showing him nose. He was going to have a look around the outside, trying to go the long way round. Or maybe that's just the line that he prefers to take. Does look like that car is suffering from a bit of porpoising though, doesn't it? Sort of sparks being thrown up there. And they have both got Boosted to deal with soon as well. He is creeping up onto the back of them steadily. That is a great looking car though, isn't it? Yes, it's a Citroen, but it is a fantastic looking car. The styling of it is beautiful. Definitely one of the more unique looking cars racing this evening. Boosted though, Boosted started to creep up onto the back of him in that Corvette. Oh, looking like Firepower managed to keep his momentum through that last turn though. Boosted's going to have to regain his thoughts and try again. But he has looked like he's been on a bit of a charge. As I say that, I said he was on a bit of a charge, wasn't it? But he's gone a little bit deep into that last turn. He hasn't lost too much momentum though. Still firmly with Firepower and Graham, so could be a top 6 on the cards, you never know. Stealth's up to 9th. Shocker in the first race, doing better currently. And Big E, there he is. So Big E has dropped all the way to 10th now. He was up there, wasn't he, with Toten, but dropping all the way to the back of the field. Not entirely sure what happened. Max. So Max actually managing to pull a bit of a gap on Potsy now. He's trying to focus. So the pit window is well and truly open now. It opens after 5 minutes. So some of the guys could have dove in then if they chose to, but some of them choosing to use the hards for a fair few laps. Toten is still currently out on the mediums. He's in the lead of the race and he has got quite a big gap now to the rest of the field as they all pit. Stealth, he stayed out though, hasn't he? Moving up to 2nd place. Only just noticed that. Great driving there from Stealth. Maybe a very good strategy on the cards tonight for him. So the guys that have headed into the pits have started coming back out again. So we've got Brody. Is currently in 3rd place. Being chased down by Smoky Tom still in 4th. Smoky Tom has closed that gap somewhat though. Smith, Max and Alba. So Max somehow, he's up to 6th. And he's being challenged by Alba. So great. I'm not sure if that's a great strategy there from Max, but he's doing well at the moment, isn't he? I didn't expect him to see him here. He's holding his own against Alba as well. I think Alba is definitely going to get past him, but great driving from Max. Go on, lad. Yeah, Alba does slot in ahead. Potsy's there as well. Potsy's in 8th currently, so I think maybe they've gone for a different strategy. They're playing the long game and it's certainly pulling off for them at the moment. I thought they were just very slow this evening. Potsy, he's now trying to push his teammate along. We'll see if there's a little bit of bump drafting comes into effect here. Yeah, and you see it there. So obviously being teammates, they are allowed to bump draft, and that is going to help them along the straights, definitely, to catch up to the rest of the pack. As long as they don't get it wrong, because if Potsy slightly gets it wrong, then he's going to end up spinning his teammate as they both head into the pits now. So they are going to lose a few positions, aren't they? So, have to wait and see, won't we? Meanwhile, Alba definitely got a good, I think he's got to be 15 to 20 seconds ahead of the rest of the field. Now you can see on the track map there on the Fetus, he has, well, he's definitely 2 or 3 corners ahead at this point. Still with the fastest lap of a 1:55.9. And he's getting faster as well. Still yet to pit, so that gap should closed somewhat, but, well, what can you say? He is absolutely dominating at the moment. He's absolutely on fire. Alba's got a little bit of work to do, hasn't he, if he wants to try and catch him and be the winner of this race. Obviously, he won the first race. Doing really well at the moment, though. Toten obviously coming off better out of everyone towards where the safety car was called. Managing to dive through some of the carnage that was going on and paid off for him. Brawley currently second. Smokey is in third still. Did Smokey have a podium in the first race? I think he might have done. Was it? He was definitely top 5, wasn't he? So, at the moment, looking like he's on course for a podium. Quite a bit of a gap now between him and Smith. Smith and Alba. Alba's right on the back of Smith now. He's looking for that move. He's going to come along the outside. I think maybe going to go for the switchback, or is he going to try and send it around the outside? So Smith actually defending quite nicely there. Possibly could have given Alba a little bit more room, but it was Alba's choice to try and go around the outside. The long way round. He nearly paid off for him though. So Smith is still currently 4th. But Alba is really starting to hound him now. We're going to go on board with Alba for just a second as he's chasing Smith down. Oh, Smith going a little bit deep. Alba stayed on the inside, looking like he may have had the momentum to get through. A little bit of a twitch on the exit from both of them. Halfway through this race now. Nearly turning into Jonathan Wass. Oh, what's going on there? So Smith has actually pulled out. It looks like he's letting Alba through. Why has he done that? Definitely saw him flash his hazards, didn't he? And then he just seemed to move over. Meanwhile, Alba, he's like, thank you very much, I'll take that. Up to 4th place. As I say, bit of work to do now to get onto the back of Smoky Tom, but they're not too far ahead. They're not as far ahead as Toten is. Toten is, he's miles ahead now, isn't he? So yeah, Smith dropping to 5th. He's actually dropped a bit off the back of Alba as well. I'm not sure if he's having mechanical issues with that car. Perhaps that's why he didn't defend. Perhaps he thought better of it. He's just going to try and stay with the top 5. Nurse that car to the finish line. Or perhaps he thought the defend that he did into turn 1 was a bit robust. Not entirely sure. Graham and Firepower. Firepower, he's trying to chase Graham down in that Jag. Graham doing his utmost to keep Firepower behind him at the moment. It looked like Firepower actually went a little bit deep into that last turn. It's looking like he has closed that gap though, hasn't it, to Graham, so maybe taking the better line that suits that car. Oh, he actually grazes the wall slightly on the exit of that last turn there. On the approach to the oval. And there we go, so the race leader is finally into the pits. And you can see where the next two are. They're just coming around the final curve of the oval now. They'll be coming onto the back straight up on the approach to the start-finish line. So Boosted is up to 8th. Not quite managing to catch up to Firepower and Graham yet. He's got a little bit of work to do still. Biggie currently 9th. Being chased down by Stealth in 10th. Look at the damage on Stealth's car. I think maybe he got caught up in that massive pile up that seemed to happen at the start of the race. Btcc 11th, and so we have had another retirement. We've had 2 retirements, haven't we? So we're missing Palmer, and we're missing, I think we're missing Max. Yeah, Btcc currently in 11th. He's not too far off the back of Stealth and Biggie though, so if them two start battling, then he should surely be able to creep up onto the back of him. Meanwhile, Broady's managed to take up the lead of the race. Toten has come back out in 2nd place, but he's being challenged now by Smoky Tom. Smoky Tom all over the back of him. He's right on his rear bumper. Right on the gearbox of that Mustang. He's got a better run. Is he going to get that move done? He has. He's taken up 2nd place. Toten's going to slot in behind him. Toten's going to have to work now to get them hard switched on. Obviously, Smoky Tom is on definitely warm mediums now. He's going to have them up to temperature, isn't he? But Toten looking like he's going to try and come back on Tom. Is he going to have the inside into the bus stop? It looked like he was going for it, didn't it? I think he's going to try and stay with him and maybe go for it on the exit. Look at the rear of that Citroen. Toten almost pushing them along. There was literally a whisker in it. It looking like Tom actually starting to pull away as Toten pulled out of the slipstream. So maybe that Citroen is a bit of a secret powerhouse. Look at him go though. Smoky Tom's still there on the inside. Gabor's going to try and go around the outside. Not quite managing to get it done. Is he going to get a switch back? Not quite. What a great battle forming between these two. Smoky Tom looking like he's edging ahead again slightly. I do expect to see Toten come back. I don't think he's going to let that 2nd place go that easily. I think he wants to try and win this race, to be fair. Brody has actually set the fastest lap now for 1:54.5. Just under 9 minutes left of this race. So Alba is up to 4th, but still with some work to do to catch up to the back of Toten and Smoky Tom. He has got just coming up to 8 minutes to do so. Oh, you can just see him. You can just see him just up ahead. So we can see him now. So definitely starting to close that gap, isn't he, is Alba. That was definitely on the very verge of track limits there. He's going to have to watch the exit the bus stop, because you can end up with a 0.5 second penalty for track limits there. But he is, yeah, using them to their utmost at the moment, isn't he, as Alba, in his attempt to try and get onto the top 3. Onto the back of the top 3. Yeah, you can see a little tiny bit of glitching going on there from Smith. Obviously the lobby not completely stable again. Graham's still currently in 6th, being chased down by Firepower still. I mean, there's a bit of a gap now between the two, but it's not huge, so Firepower doing really well to maintain that gap at the moment. I think he's only just out of slipstream range, but as they come onto the oval, I think the range may be slightly longer actually on the oval tracks as opposed to some of the other road tracks. So obviously Graham's going to be punching a hole through that air for firepower, so maybe firepower is going to be able to go for a move towards the end of this race. Although it does look like Graham actually getting the better run out of that last turn. Boy Boosted still currently 8th. Definitely had a better round this evening, hasn't he, as Boosted. Although in fact I think he started, did he start towards the front of the grid? So I think he actually started towards the front of the grid, didn't he? I think maybe he also got involved, or was involved, should I say, in the pile up at the start. We did see a lot of cars go off, didn't we? So maybe he's been on the back foot ever since, but they did go from a safety car, although it did look like some of the guys maybe faring a better start from the safety car. I think Biggie was one of them actually, wasn't he? I think he was heading it up, but he must have had another moment, now finding himself down in 9th place. He'll be absolutely kicking himself. It's unlucky Biggie. Stealth, not managing to find his way past him. He was starting to challenge him, wasn't he, with Stealth, but oh, he's got Potsy on the back of him now as well, so Potsy may be able to challenge Stealth for that 10th place. I did say, didn't I, don't write the AMGs off too yet. Or don't write them off just yet, even. Oh, it's Potsy looking for the move down the inside. Oh no, what was that? That was definitely some X-File shenanigans. As Potsy has actually come alongside, Stealth edging ahead. Potsy still trying to get that move done. Still firmly with him, isn't he, is Potsy. He's putting Stealth under a lot of pressure now, looking like he's got the run coming out of that last turn. Almost grazing his rear bumper there. Is he going to go for the inside into the bus stop? He has pulled over to the inside. Is he far enough ahead? No, Stealth keeps the boot in. So Stealth managing to keep that place for the minute, but I think Potsy, oh, he's got the run, hasn't he? Stealth having a bit of a twitch, just going to let Potsy through. So Potsy moving through the 10th place, Stealth dropping off the back of him slightly. Or somewhat. Look at the pace difference between the back of the field and the front. So Brody, his current fastest lap is a 154.5. Stealth's is a 157.7. So that is 3.5 second difference. To be fair, overall it's probably a 2-second difference between the front of the field and the rear of the field. Almost consistent 155s for Brody. He's got quite a nice gap now, hasn't he, to Toten and Smoky Tom. There is Toten. Smoky Tom still firmly with him. Toten managing to retake that position. Smoky Tom had moved up to 2nd place, hadn't he? Dropping to 3rd currently. And there's Alba. So Alba is starting to bear down on him now. A little flash of the lights there from Tom, letting Toten know he's still there. Closing right up into turn 1. Through turn 3. A little bit of a twitch there from Tom. Alba is starting to gain on him now as well. He's only going to have a couple more laps, isn't he? He might only actually get another one. As we've just hit the 29-minute mark. So your top three currently are Brody, followed by Toten, followed by Smoky Tom. Albert is in 4th place. We've got Smith. Smith's actually not too far off the back of Albert now as well, in 5th. Graham, he's currently down in 6th place. Oh, Firepower, no! That's unlucky. Oh, Firepower, he saved it. I thought he was going to have a... Well, he did have a huge moment, didn't he? But I thought he was going to completely lose that car, but he managed to save it, didn't he? And he's still going, so... Great save there from Firepower. He's in 7th place. We've got Boosted here in 8th. Biggie, currently 9th. Stealth, 10th. Potsy, still trying to chase Stealth down. So Stealth managing to get back past Potsy. So Stealth 10th, Potsy 11th. Here is your race leader. He's going to be happy with that one, isn't he? Brody, he takes the checkered flag. That's the 1st place for him. Toten and Smokey having a drag race up to the finish line. No, Toten's going to take it. He manages to finish in 2nd place. Smoky Tom is 3rd. Great finish there from them two, though. Albury's going to take 4th. Smith is 5th. Graham. Managing to hold Firepower off to the end. He's going to bring it home in 6th place. And Firepower, he's 7th. A great result again for Firepower. Boy Boosted, 8th. Biggie. Not really managing to find his feet again through the latter parts of this race. Biggie's going to bring it home in 9th place. There he goes. Stealth, 10th, and Potsy 11th. And obviously we had 2 retirements, didn't we? So that was race 2, guys. I hope you enjoyed that one. I've been your boy Vexed, and I will see you for round 3. Good night.